Some dreams seem more real than others, and some dreams are a glimpse of what's to come. Our journey starts here, a wipe I will never forget. The first thing I did, collect some stone and wood. I built a small base right here, just until I was ready to build the real thing. To get things going, I decided to farm the road and use the local gas station to recycle. I knew I wouldn't have the temporary base for long, but while I did, I wanted to get the best start I could. I wasn't planning on putting down a TC here, because my goal was to get enough scrap to buy a lift, and this spot wouldn't be good for a car, so my roadside farming continued. And eventually, I made a run all the way to Outpost, recycled, and bought a lift. The run home was dangerous. But luckily, I made it. Now that I had a lift, my main focus was farming stone and wood, because the sooner I had a car, the sooner I could use it to get to Outpost safely. Eventually, I was ready, so I started building. Initially, I started with a 2x2, but then I shrunk it down to a 2x1 because I knew I'd be adding a garage immediately, and I didn't want the base to get too big too quickly. At this point, my base was fairly developed, so I began to bring over items from my temp base to my main base. With my furnaces cooking, I ran over to Outpost to check out a car I had noticed when I was here earlier. The car was armored and I wanted that, so I spawned back at home, added a ramp into my garage, and then went back to Outpost with some car parts and low grade. And then I brought the car home. Just like that, I was closer to my goals, and I wasn't prepared to rest yet. I needed a solar panel to keep this car lift alive, and for that, I would need some tech trash, so my roadside farming continued. Accumulating a lot of loot, and this was ideal in my case, this early into wipe. Now that my lift was working, I destroyed the chassis and I replaced it with something much smaller and appropriate for a solo. After a few fights, I decided to take the car and recycle at Outpost. This strategy truly works. I had big goals for this wipe in order to research as much as I could, and my goals involved growing things, but we're still not that far into the story yet. Even this early, we were starting to get a lot of scrap, and this would pay off very soon. With my newly purchased SAR, I hopped in my car and I headed home. On a BP wipe, the main focus is scrap, but I always like to remind myself to step back and make sure to always be on top of farming, because the faster I can get my base up, the less likely I am to get raided. At this point in the wipe, I was ready to honeycomb the base and build out the second floor. finally had enough scrap and resources for a tier 2. And since I had a SAR, I went ahead and researched it. I was ready for another run to Outpost, so I gathered everything I could recycle, and in the middle of the night, I hit the road. The server pop was starting to increase, and I knew I needed to hurry. When the sunshine returned, I hopped into my car, and I disappeared from Outpost. Now that I had 556 researched, I was finally done with bows. It was time to roam with a SAR.
first one killing me on the server, man. Can you pick me up, please? Thank you, man.
When I noticed that things got quiet, I grabbed my chainsaw and I went a little crazy on the trees near my base. Things were going really well, so I decided to grab my SAR and head out for some PvP. Until this happened. That night, I sat in front of the campfire and contemplated what was to come. I wanted to build an empire of hemp, and it was gonna take a lot of planning. I didn't have any fresh water near me, but I did have the ocean, and so the plan began to develop. But I was still short on scrap, so I made a trip underground. I finally had enough scrap to start designing my base for growing hemp. This was the spot, so I tested out some parts that required a perfect elevation of water and land. So far, everything checked out. I was ready to start building my hemp base. Not only did this base need to be cozy, but I also wanted it to be easy to access. So I made another trip to Outpost to research the last items that I would need. If I could get this hemp farm going, I could research every single item I wanted. That is the power of growing and selling hemp. A sprout, the essence of our existence, a cycle no different than ours, in the rust world. It sprouts, grows, flourishes, and then it gets wiped away. Light and water, the secret to the bloom. Dreamers, you and I are alike. A long week behind us, and now we can finally relax. Now, let's continue the story. I had just gotten home from Outpost with a decent amount of scrap. I was ready to do some researching. If you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe, because I post chill content like this every week. I found myself in constant PvP during my attempts to set up the hemp base, but I was used to this. PvP comes with the package.
Nice. Oh, it's clear.
I wasn't following a particular structure while building this base, so I had to move cautiously. I didn't want to make any mistakes that I would regret later.
Be careful, man. There's a dude farming above you on this ridge, man. He's coming here. He's gonna get ya. He's gonna get ya.
During this building process, I would consistently be going back and forth from my main base to the hemp base, because the last thing I wanted was to be caught with a ton of supplies while building, so small doses was the way to go, because sometimes this happens. You might be wondering why there's a big gap left open in the base. Well, that is going to be my access way up into the sky.
Yo! Come pick me up. Someone come pick me up. Hey, someone come revive me. I'm a noob. I don't have nothing.
I stumbled upon this situation,
Yeah, someone come revive me.
and I was able to collect some loot.
Yo, whoever's in that house, come revive me. Hey, you, come revive me.
But I didn't want to lose what I had, so I tossed it right here, so that if I died, I would at least have this. When the sun came up, I pulled out the research table and learned some items. These were necessary for my farm and also for PvP. The first piece to my access to the sky was placed. When I had the chance, I would make some tea and farm some nodes. At this point, I had a good idea of the layout of the hemp base, and I was ready to get it done. Every time I'd head back to my main base, I would segue into a quick battle, grab some more resources, and then head back to the Hemp base. And on my way there, I would take a glance from the distance and slowly see progression. The hemp base was almost ready, and while taking a look at my neighbors, I got killed in the most suspicious way. Make note of this name, because we'll be seeing him again very soon. This whole setup was a little more complicated because I didn't have fresh water nearby, so I was basically taking salt water, purifying it, and feeding it to the plants.
Hello, sir. I was wondering if you can maybe help me out. I was wondering if maybe you had a little bit of something for me. I'm a naked. I just started and I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I got 2 rocks, actually. Cloth? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Sometimes, as a solo, you feel like no one's looking out for you. Everyone around you is trying their best to destroy you. But when you take a moment and reflect, you realize the moon is watching, and she sees all of your efforts. When no one else is watching your back, the moon will always protect you. With the first seeds planted, I began to watch the small plants slowly grow, paying close attention to their genetics in hopes of finding something good. And that's when I came across this seed. It wasn't perfect, but it was the closest I would get. The hemp was growing so fast, and I watched in amazement as I slowly began taking clones from the best of the bunch.
Thank you, man. Oh, nice. Thank you very much.
I was finally at the top. I could see it all. All I needed was a platform, and this cliffside base would have the perfect access point at the very top. This was the perfect platform. Now I could take the elevator down and up, accessing the hemp and my main base with ease. I spent a lot of time taking clones because I wanted to make sure I wouldn't run out of seeds to plant. This was a necessary part of the process. While the hemp was growing, I turned my attention back to my main base, which I had neglected for a while. I was in need of some electricity, and for starters, I needed a battery, so I decided to hit the gas station and recycle a laptop for some tech trash. Back at my main base, I began to set up some power. The electric furnace was gonna be a game changer. I just needed to get it set up. As you guys know by now, I can't do much with power without a wind turbine. Once it's spinning in the sky, I can guarantee to do all things electrical in my base. Now, the electric furnaces were ready, and so I powered them on. I was planning to build out a third floor on my main base, so I headed over to the hemp base to check on them one more time because I wouldn't see them for a while. And then I began expanding. When I returned, I couldn't believe my eyes. The hemp had grown so much. They were nearly ready to be harvested, but it wasn't quite time yet. I saw a raid right in front of my eyes, but I decided to leave him alone and let him handle his business. But he still decided to fire. Revenge is sweet, especially when it happens so quickly. And as the night covered the rust land, I hung out in my hemp farm, just admiring the size of these plants. It felt good growing something with your own hands. I truly couldn't wait to see how much cloth I'd have after harvesting. One day, we wake up with what seems like the world in our hands. A main base that towers over the others, and a second base quietly working away, generating the scrap I would need for this wipe. Not many solos can live this comfortably, but as you know, not all good things last. Sometimes, a tired mind with half-closed eyes makes mistakes with dire consequences, but all we can do is move forward. Now, let's continue this story. It was time to harvest, and I couldn't believe how much cloth this small little farm could generate. I wasn't quite ready to look at my results. Instead, I wanted to grab a car with a longer chassis that I could turn into a truck with extra storage in the back, and I found just the car to do that. But getting the extra storage to install in the back would require some more scrap, and that wasn't a priority at the moment, so I continued grinding. The space between my main base and my hemp base left room for the sun to set below the ocean's horizon. Every trip I took advantage of the sight to ease the stresses of this game. The hemp was growing fast, and I was starting to stack up. Soon, I would take the car along with the hemp and sell as much as I could at Outpost. I just had to find the perfect time. my hemp was growing, I made some ore tea, grabbed a salvaged pickaxe, and did some quick farming. Often, I found myself tied up in some PvP, and I may have made a few enemies. This particular run, I didn't know what was in store for me when I made it back home. This was a long wipe, and at this point, it was around 4 a.m. in the morning, and I was feeling exhausted. I was ready to call it and go to bed right after this one run. But then, this happened. I wasn't expecting it, and in my tired state, I didn't realize that this player wasn't here just to camp. He was here to raid, and now that he was in closer, he began to blow through my doors. I had given so much attention to my hemp base that I neglected my main base, so it was lacking. Because of that, I lost the base, but at this point in the wipe, it was so close to endgame that I didn't really feel much from this. Instead, I turned my attention to my hemp farm because, at the end of the day, it was all I needed. And so I spent all my time here, adding accessories to the base. And the one thing I really needed was a tier 2, so I made it happen. The easiest way was to grab my car from my old base, take all the hemp that I had, and sell it now. That way, I could get back on my feet quickly. The process of selling hemp was extremely long, and oftentimes I had to compete with others to sell. So, when things were too competitive, or the shop was out, I would spawn back at home and tend to my base. just like that, I had another tier 2. There was a structure nearby in which someone obviously started building a base, but gave up on it. So I decided to take this and turn it into a garage. While working on the base and farming, I was contemplating everything that happened when suddenly I ran into this person. A bit of kindness in the chaos of rust.
Do you live here? No, wait. I don't want to hurt you. Do you live down here?
Yeah. That's me.
Oh, okay. I came by to say hi.
Okay.
I don't really want troubles. I live in this thing over here.
Oh, this base right here?
This is mine. Yeah, I just started today, so.
Okay, yeah, no
I don't
worries.
want any troubles. I kind of used your base here to come up.
Yeah, I won't mess with you. Yeah,
But yeah.
Get your BPs.
I won't mess with you either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's pretty much for BPs.
Yeah, pretty much. Have fun.
Yeah, like you too.
A bit of humanity in a game that's full of taking. really goes a long way. And as I sat in my hemp base, I was feeling thankful. I lost so much, yet I still had everything. I still had my hemp, and it was still hidden. And I still had my car. I was on my way to harbor to recycle when I came across this guy. And his loot was good enough for me to turn back. I knew that he would respawn and come back to his body, so I decided to suicide in a somewhat hidden area in order to grab the rest of the items on his body. And sure enough, he came back, and he was angry. Later that night, I snuck out to my body and collected the remainder of the loot. In the end, I got all of it. I was in need of more space, so I decided to expand. I didn't have any particular ideas, but I implemented something I enjoy doing often, and that's improv building. result was definitely something I was happy with. Oh, it's me. It's Orange. I didn't know it was you. My bad.
Orange?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I don't think I got your name.
I was just like seeing you at the side of my eye, and I'm looking back, and I'm like,
You're good. What's your name so that I can?
"Are you that Star guy that kills everybody?"
No.
Wait, give me a sec. Do it anymore.
This side's easier.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up building that elevator, because it's just way too hard to get up.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw inside. I was like, whoa.
Oh.
It was
You're Rexy. Okay, sorry about that. I might have killed you.
I am. Yeah, your neighbor. No, that's fine. I didn't have anything.
Okay.
I was also door camping that guy over there.
Which?
Oh my god, I hate that dude so much. It's not even funny.
Which guy? Which guy?
He's bullying it out of me.
The space right here?
No. It's like a 2x1 or 3x1 by not outpost. I don't know what I'm saying. Oxums.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's close to.
Yeah, he has a wooden door and kind of like two
this
different
one.
kinds of stone.
I see it.
skins.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let me
He
know
has
if
a
you
6 in his name or something.
let me know if you need any BPs. I have a decent amount, but just let me know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For sure.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yep.
Not sure if you're in here, but
I'm just on the
the
floor.
guy with the gun outside.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yep, I'm in here.
Yeah, like up on the hill. He's like north.
Okay.
Just
Gotcha.
so you know.
Appreciate
I
it.
ran away.
Wait, is somebody getting attacked right now? What was that sound?
I killed someone in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay. Hey,
Hi.
here's this if you want this.
He was north hazy on the hill. I think he had a gun. Yeah, he was kind of coming after me, but I kind of
Okay.
got away.
Yeah, here's a Revy. I'll throw it right here if you want it. If you want to research that, it's up to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
I really do.
See ya.
Thank you. Hi.
Oh, hey. What's up?
I was wondering if you need anything that I could give you since you gave me that Revy.
Oh, no,
I feel
it's
bad.
It's all good. No. Don't feel bad. I got a
You
decent
sure?
amount.
I have seeds. Maybe you need seeds?
No, I'm good. I actually got the pretty decent seed, and then I just kind of chilled out on the seeds.
Well, if you do need anything, like if I'm online,
Uh-huh.
you can ask.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
No problem. Let me know.
Alrighty.
Stop, bro! What the hell you doing? What you doing? What you doing, bro?
It was time to take another trip to Outpost to recycle a ton of items I had, sell some things along with the cloth I had collected. I had more scrap than I knew what to do with. I didn't go tier 3, I just decided to use it to research anything that I might need in the future. At this point in the wipe, I was feeling great. Sure, I lost some things, but I also gained so much more, and I was able to research everything that I wanted because of this hemp farm. So thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you to my YouTube members. This is the end of this journey, but next week is the start of a brand new one. See you then. You've been watching an Orange Dream production.